If I need to conclude the marketing 404 course this semester in just 2 words, it must be social media. As my teammates and I worked on this topic for both 2 presentations, a lot of meetings or researches were all about social media. But the most interesting thing is that recently a social media became a new trend just right after our 2 presentations. If that social media could be popular earlier, I can say it must be one of our presentation topics. Therefore, I'm going to talk about it in this MINDMAP video, and it is MeWe. Starting from a week before, there have been many videos talking about MeWe on YouTube. You may think MeWe should be a new social media platform, because I bet many of you didn't know about it before. However, it was already launched in 2012. So, what is the reason behind that MeWe is getting popular and become a trend in Hong Kong 8 years later? Before giving the answer, let me briefly introduce it first, as you may not know the functions of it. Users in MeWe can write posts, give likes and comments to the others, post stories just like other social media. Users can also create different communities and groups, and therefore, MeWe also have some features of forums. So, what makes MeWe so special and can stand out among all the competitors in 2020? Its point of difference should be the MeWe function in the camera. You can shoot a short video with both cameras on, that's in the front of and at the back of your phone. So you and your friends can appear on the screen at the same time, and that's why it's called MeWe. Another POD is the like function. Not only giving likes to your friends, you can give whatever emoji you want to the posts, and it makes the interactions much more interesting. The security is also a POD, but I would like to call it as a strength because many social media claim that they concern the internet safety. But the security and privacy of MeWe is on a different stage. Not for sale is their slogan, because MeWe promises that it does not share or sell the user's personal information to anyone, including the advertisers and marketers, which means you are not under monitoring when you use MeWe. Because of that, MeWe will not gather the data when you browse it, and therefore there is no advertisements, which users hate the most on social media. On the other hand, the weakness of MeWe should be the user interface, as it is criticized for copying Facebook. The layouts of the two social media is a bit similar on phone. Nevertheless, the user experience is not that good. It may take more time to function sometimes, and unexpectedly quit is often. After introducing the internal factors, let's move on to the external factors, and that is also the answer to why MeWe is becoming a trend 8 years later. Facebook, the most popular social media nowadays, has started to delete a number of posts since the US presidential election 2020. Other social media like Twitter and YouTube also followed Facebook to remove some of the so-called fake news contents. Some users see it as a decline of freedom of speech on the internet, as even some of the contents of the US President Donald Trump has been removed. The users started to boycott Facebook, and they use MeWe to replace it, as security and privacy is the major concern of MeWe. The usage in Hong Kong is increasing, also because of the political situation. We can know the political situation is the opportunity of MeWe, but it is likely to be the fact also, as it might be criticized for spreading the fake news when freedom is a first priority in MeWe. Another threat is that the social media nowadays have very fancy layouts. Even Snapchat, which is also weak at user interface, is redesigning the layout. Combining all the things to a SWOT matrix. The strength opportunity strategy is to enter where people concerns about their security and privacy, such as Hong Kong and Thailand. The political situation increases the public awareness on freedom. For the weakness opportunity strategy, maybe should enhance the user experience to the level of other social media, and so the users would be more willing to use MIDI when they seek for a replacement for Facebook. Moreover, MIDI should raise the awareness of the public about the safety issue on the internet and the importance of having freedom of speech in the strain threat strategy. Last but not least, for the weakness threat strategy, MIDI should design a more unique user interface to compete with other social media, especially Facebook. I hope you guys can have a deeper understanding on MIDI after watching this video, as this is a new trending in the world and in Hong Kong. At the end, I want to say thank you to Kenneth, as it is really difficult to give so many interesting lectures during the pandemic. And thanks for all the hard work for the very limited face-to-face lessons. Thank you.